Think about your morning for a second. You probably used fire before you even left the house. Maybe to cook breakfast. Boil tea. Heat water. Or toast some bread. Now imagine waking up tomorrow, and fire simply didn't exist. No cooking. No warmth. No light after sunset. No way to scare away wild animals. How long do you think you'd survive? A week? Maybe even less. Now here's the unbelievable part. Humans managed to survive without controlling fire for hundreds of thousands of years. And honestly, they had no business surviving at all. Because if you compare us to almost any predator, we're kind of terrible. We don't have claws. We can't outrun a deer. We can't smell danger from miles away. And our night vision? Let's just say a house cat would laugh at us. So how did these slow, squishy humans avoid becoming someone else's dinner? The answer starts with one thing. They didn't try to be the strongest. They adapted. During the day, early humans spent hours searching for whatever food they could find. Fruits. Nuts. Seeds. Roots. Eggs. Even insects. Not exactly a five-star buffet, but it kept them alive. Sometimes they hunted small animals. Other times they simply scavenged leftovers from larger predators. If a lion walked away from its meal, humans might sneak in and grab whatever was left. Risky? Absolutely. But when you're hungry, free food is free food. Then came the biggest enemy of all. Night. The moment the sun disappeared, the rules completely changed. Predators became active. Humans became almost blind. Imagine trying to walk through a forest using only your memory. Every shadow could hide danger. Every sound made your heart race. So what was the survival strategy? Simple. Don't be there. Instead of wandering around after dark, humans likely hurried into caves, rocky shelters, or thick vegetation before sunset. It wasn't comfortable. It wasn't safe. It was just safer. Think of it as nature's version of locking your front door. But hiding created another problem. Food. Without fire, dinner was interesting. Raw roots. Hard nuts. Tough meat. Imagine chewing a raw steak with no knife, no seasoning, and no barbecue. Suddenly burnt toast doesn't sound so bad. Early humans actually had much stronger jaws than we do today. Which makes sense. Your jaw gets pretty strong when every meal feels like chewing a tire. But eating raw food wasn't just annoying. It was expensive. Not for your wallet. For your body. Raw food takes much more energy to digest. Your stomach had to work overtime just to get the nutrients out. It's like downloading a huge game using painfully slow internet. Eventually it finishes. But it takes forever. Then something incredible happened. At some point, humans stopped running away from fire. And started controlling it. Scientists still debate exactly when this happened, but evidence shows humans were using controlled fire at least several 100,000 years ago. And that changed everything. Food became softer. Safer. Easier to digest. Which meant humans could get more energy from the exact same meal. That's a massive upgrade. Some scientists even think this extra energy helped support the evolution of our large brains, although exactly how important cooking was is still debated. But fire wasn't just about food. It changed the night itself. Instead of hiding in silence, people could gather around glowing campfires. They could make tools. Share knowledge. Teach children. Plan hunts. Tell stories. In a way, fire gave humans extra hours every single day. It turned darkness from an enemy into a meeting place. And animals noticed too. Many predators naturally avoided flames. For the first time, humans had something that scared other creatures more than it scared them. That's a pretty good deal. Fire also opened doors to entirely new places. Cold regions that were once almost impossible to live in suddenly became possible. Humans didn't just survive anymore. They expanded. Across mountains. Across forests. Eventually across continents. But here's something people rarely think about. Starting a fire wasn't easy. If your campfire went out, you couldn't just pull a lighter out of your pocket. Some ancient groups likely carried burning embers for days because making a new fire from scratch was so difficult. Imagine treating a tiny glowing stick like today's smartphone. Actually, it was probably even more valuable. Looking back, it's easy to think fire made humans powerful. But that's only half the story. Humans survived for hundreds of thousands of years before they mastered fire. Not because they were stronger than nature, but because they were smarter than yesterday. Every generation learned something new. A safer cave. A better hunting trick. An edible plant. A dangerous mistake to avoid. Tiny improvements. Passed down again and again. Until one day, someone learned how to tame. And that single discovery didn't just make life easier. It completely changed the future of our species. So the next time you light a stove or watch a campfire burn, remember. You're looking at the invention that transformed humans from survivors, into explorers, builders, and eventually the civilization we know today. Before fire, humans endured. After fire, they changed the world. If you found this video interesting, do like, share and subscribe, and check out our channel for more such interesting videos.